Imagine a crowded church hall in a small town. Women in pastel dresses clutch rosaries, nodding as a speaker warns that feminism is destroying the family. But why do these women choose the right-wing message even when it paints them as powerless? Andrea Dworkin steps into this world not to judge but to uncover the surprising strategy behind the right's grip on women's hearts and fears. What if protection is the new form of control? Let's unravel that. Dworkin points out how fear fuels mobilization, but not just any fear. This is a weapon tuned to the quiet anxieties women face daily, transforming personal dread into political power. In Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Dworkin describes a series of right-wing women's gatherings, where speakers warn that abortion will lead to societal chaos and homosexual deviance threatens children's safety. Women, some with limited education and few job prospects, absorb this message, each story a thread stitching fear into belonging and action. Think of fear here as a leash wrapped around the mind's leash holder. Like a dog conditioned not to stray, women are restrained by a combination of emotional triggers and social cues that promise safety if they follow the pack, obedient to the right's agenda, but alienated from feminist freedom. The result, women grow quieter about their real struggles, poverty, abuse, inequality, because the culture demands they prioritize family values. Mobilized by fear, their political voice becomes a whisper, drowned out by the chorus praising traditional roles over actual empowerment. The right doesn't just shout no, it offers a cloak, a promise of safety in a threatening world. But this cloak comes at a price, reshaping women's identities around dependence, not power. In Dworkin's visit to a conservative women's conference in 1982, speakers frame abortion bans and anti-gay laws as shields protecting innocent women and children. The idea of safety evokes tenderness, but it's a safety that demands submission to male authority and traditional roles. Imagine a velvet cloak, soft, warm, inviting, but underneath it's stitched tightly, restricting movement. This is how protection operates, offering emotional refuge while limiting freedom. Women wrap themselves in it, thinking they're secure, but the cloak controls how far they can go and who they can become. This enforced dependence doesn't just shape behavior, it carves out identity. Women come to see their survival as tied to male protection, transforming political compliance into personal loyalty and erasing feminist visions of autonomy and equality. What's brilliant and chilling is that the right doesn't just silence women by force. It does it by celebrating them, but only within limits that serve a bigger agenda. Dworkin highlights a televised broadcast praising the virtuous housewife, an image of perfect motherhood and subservience paraded as the pinnacle of womanhood. At the same time, women who seek abortions, work, or dissent are framed as threats, even enemies. Think of it like a spotlight on stage, only a few get to bask in it while the others face cold shadows. This spotlight rewards strict conformity, making women eager to fit the mold or risk exclusion. Celebration becomes selective applause, not genuine empowerment. Because this celebration is false and conditional, it hides the persistence of poverty, violence, and repression. Women may hear praise but still live with limited rights and economic hardship, a paradox where being valued means being controlled. That church hall from the start, it's not just a place, it's a microcosm of how fear, protection, and false celebration keep so many women caught in the right's web. Understanding this isn't just academic, it's your key to seeing past the rhetoric. Next time you hear promises of safety as power, ask, who's really in control? Try challenging those narratives in your own circle. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.